Yo, welcome everybody. How's it going? Shout outs. Oh, I haven't even set up my lights yet. Bruv, this is amateur productions out here. But welcome one and all. Happy Tuesday. And it is a happy Tuesday because we're getting back into some Poetica, baby. Oh yeah. Let's just legitimize things around here. Hold on. That's better. Crispy. I'm feeling crispy. So shout outs, Michael. Shout outs, Steak Sauce, Xerxia, Talazik. Yeah, Talazik. Hi, it's me, Moth. Who's Moth? Is Moth a thing? I feel like I remember Talazik more than Moth. Or does Moth stand for something I'm not thinking of? Anyway, shout outs. Materialize as well. Shout outs to you. Welcome. How did I die in the first place? Well, so the death is on. I've got a video of what happened. I've got video of the death. So I could show you that right now to start the stream. Or you can kind of get a little bit of a hint. I think what I was thinking we would do is I won't show the death, but you'll get some hints from watching me get my stuff back. This is basically what this stream is for. The death was so triggering that I had to just quit. I just had to just do something else for a week or two. So that's what we've had. We've had about a week and a half off of making any Poetica content. The last episode came out about 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe just over 2 weeks ago. And then I was, due to finish the episode, episode 20, and upload it. And I died. So that's why there's been this delay. But we are going to get back into it. Shout outs, Titian. Welcome. Yeah, 12 likes. Haven't even started playing yet, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So we're back. We're back with Poetica. We're going to go and get our stuff back. It's very important. And that's the plan for the stream. It's quite far away. We have quite a long way that we need to go to get the stuff back. And when we get there, you'll see, no spoilers, but when we get there, you'll see why I'm a bit scared of being there. It's going to be it's going to be difficult to actually get the stuff back. So when we get there, we might die. So I think I got a little bit of the way there before I was just screw this, and I just closed the game and haven't reopened it since. But I didn't bring my bed with me. The reason I didn't bring my bed with me is because I only have one. And we didn't have enough resources to make another one. And I didn't want to bring my bed with me but then die before I replaced it. Because then I would end up back at spawn. And that would be really far away. That would be even worse. So yeah, so we decided to leave without a bed on us. So if we die trying to get the stuff back, we will have to do the journey again. Basically, that is the situation. So without further ado, let's do it. Just wait for OBS to catch up with everything here. Oh, you know what? I don't think it will because the capture card's on. There we go. Right, there we go. Fine. Okay. The other thing is that we don't have our atlas because we died with the atlas. So we have to navigate our way back to where the stuff is. We are actually still at the base. We didn't actually leave. Yeah, okay. This is what I've decided to bring with me. Our spare copper pickaxe. We've got a knife. We've brought some food with us. And a load of blocks. And we made a new water flask. So we've got water and food. We've got a crafting bench. We've got blocks. So yeah, that's that. Oh, thank you, Materialize. I'm glad you like the music. That's awesome. That's really nice to hear. That people appreciate the music stuff. On Thursdays, we normally do a music live stream. This Thursday, I'm actually out at a band practice. I've joined a band again. I'm doing some drumming in a blues band. So we have a practice on Thursday. But I was thinking I might live stream from the band practice for a bit, just off my phone or something. So anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I have been thinking about putting some of the music out on Bandcamp and things like that. At the moment, the way you can get all the music is on Patreon. There is a tier on Patreon for music lovers, and if you support at that tier, then you just get sent all the music I ever make. At the moment, there's like 4 folders full of music that I use on the channel, dating back. A lot of it dates back a long time. And then all the stuff that I've made over the last few years in Thursday Club as well. So if you do want to support the channel and you do love the music, then for now Patreon is there. But yeah, I've been thinking about other ways we can get it out there. I might release like a sort of compilation album on Bandcamp or something like that. Or I don't really want to support Spotify, not for like all the standard reasons like of the controversies recently, just because they don't really pay musicians very much. It's not very good for the musicians. That whole kind of all you can eat model. Anyway. That's my 2 cents on the music and on Spotify. So okay, so look, one thing we do have to help find our way back to our stuff is this: the coordinates. So it's x 6,000, z 16,000 kind of thing. You can see we had a lot of stuff on us, including 4 backpacks, and you'll see how full they were, how much stuff this was. Right, so let's turn these on. So what did I say? It's z 6,000. Sorry, x 6,000, wasn't it? Okay, so we've actually only got about 3,000 or 4,000 blocks to go. So it's actually not that far. It probably just felt like it was further because I was collecting so much stuff on the way. It was a proper resource gathering mission that I went on. Coordinates are cheating, just pick a direction and keep going. I have tried to not use coordinates. Like when I was first setting up bases, I wanted to try and keep that original kind of immersive experience. But yeah, finding where this width would have been nearly impossible. So yeah, so we are moving slightly the wrong direction Z-wise. But that can't be helped. We have to get round this island first before we can go in the right direction. The main axis that we need to make progress on is the X direction, is the X axis, and we're moving the right way on the X axis. And look, it's borderline. See, already just by turning like that, we're now moving in the right direction on Z2. So it's, yeah, we just needed to get round this island, basically. And now we should be moving in the right direction on both fronts. And so this is the point where the old island ends and the new island I was exploring on when I died begins. That's the little gap there. I think we go round this way again. But this is where it's going to get tricky because... yeah, I can't really remember, you know, so... see, this is just a dead end, and then we end up doing it on land, which I would rather not. So I think we do go round a little bit more. Barrels of water. Yeah, I should have bought barrels of water, shouldn't I? Damn. But Okay, I think we need to go round here a bit more. And we'll get to... The one thing I remember about where we kind of went is that we get to a bit with a river that cuts into the island. And it's kind of like pretty mountainous on both sides of the river. It's the river that was actually featured in episode 19. Yeah, we went down the river and we found that chert stone. So if you remember that bit at the end of the like boating montage, we came to that area. And that's the area we're looking for right now. It was near there. So yeah, that's what we're looking for here. I don't think it was there, but you know what? It might have been there. No, that doesn't go through. Dank, my opinion on VTubers. Don't really have much of an opinion. I don't really know much about it. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. VTubers are like when people use those kind of like digital sort of avatars, right? Instead of having a camera, they have like a kind of CGI representation of themselves with like motion capture stuff going on. I think this is it. No, this is a dead end as well, so this isn't it. Oh, we are a bit thirsty though. Have ourselves a little drink. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really have an opinion. I haven't really watched anyone who makes that kind of content ever. I played around with the VR headset a little bit. My mate James lent me one last year. So we did do a few like VR streams, which was quite fun. And I got a similar thing going whereby you have like a third-person view of yourself in the game as a secondary screen for the streaming. So it's not something you look at as the player, but for people watching you play, they have that there. So I did a bit of that. But otherwise, I mean, seems like probably the kind of thing that's only going to get more and more engaging as the technology gets better. But I don't really know much about it. So that would be my 2 cents. Right, we're still only at 4,500. So we've got another 1,500 blocks to go. In some sort of direction. Probably was still best. Turn that here, but hold on. Do these reeds mean that this is fresh? Look like it. I was about to say, oh, I should get my walking stick out for walking through the grass. No. If you've just joined us, this stream is in aid of the fact that in the middle of making episode 20, I died. Very, very far from home. I needed to take some time out. And I've taken that time out, and now this live stream is the let's get our stuff back mission. Oh, that could have been bad. So we haven't actually found the river I was hoping to find yet. We're heading in the right direction that way, and then we need to be going this. So it's this diagonal is what we're after. the moment. Let me just check that's true. Yeah, that is it. So this is the diagonal we're after. Okay, cool. Another step towards Ready Player One. Yeah, or The Matrix, or any of these things, right? I'm sure we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Like, soon DankNStein will just be, like, I'll just be like a giant bottle of wine with eyes and arms and legs. But what about your VTuber avatar? Lol. Aside from being a bottle of wine in reality, I'll also be a virtual bottle of wine. I'll simultaneously, digitally, and biologically become a bottle of booze. That's the trajectory for the channel. If you're up for it, guys, then you're in the right place. if that's what you're here to see, you've come to the right place. Okay, so now we've roughly hit the right spot on Z, and we just need some more X. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty neat, pretty neat. We're going to get our stuff back, and there's going to be no further complications, and everything is going to be amazing, I think. I must admit, this is not at all how I remember the journey, so we must have got to this place a very, very different way in the first instance to how we're going there just by following coordinates now. So now we pretty much just need to go in this direction. Like, yeah, we've pretty much hit the Z, and we just need about 800 blocks on X. I'm glad it's daytime. Actually, you know what? The other thing that I'm glad for is that we'll do this last bit on land. Although there could be predators. But yeah, in essence, we can just go just a few blocks this way. Pretty much just looking at 800 that direction. The only thing that's scary about it is going through the undergrowth like this. Especially when we're generating new terrain and I'm streaming. The game is running at about 2 frames per second here. And there could easily be predators. This is probably the riskiest thing we could be doing right now, because it's so difficult to move in all of this undergrowth. Yeah, and we could easily fall into a hole or something. We just can't see what we're doing when it's this, when the, like, you know, plant life is this thick. Oh yeah, you got to work through that wine cellar, bruv. That's the one. That's the one. I've got like a mead making kit. I need to start using it. I hear you can make mead just with like oranges and sugar. Sounds incredible. Okay, some lava here. Best we keep our distance. Just maybe check our progress coordinates wise. 5, 5. Yeah, so we can head slightly more in this direction, but pretty good, pretty good. To be fair, approaching on land, although like I've said, this is risky with the amount of wildlife there's around here, that amount of shrubbery. This is actually filling me with a little bit more confidence we might get our stuff back, because approaching on water was the thing I was scared of doing, which, you know, maybe doesn't make much sense, but it all will become clear either in this stream or possibly in the next episode, which we'll obviously finish recording very shortly after this stream. I expect the next episode will come out tomorrow or maybe Thursday. What's my render distance set to? I think like quite small. 8. Yeah, just 8. I went for small render distance, but like shaders and all the good stuff. And it's mostly performs really fine. But jungles are the worst when there's lots of plants around and lots of particles for it to worry about. And generating new terrain is always bad. Always lags. That looks like an animal. Oh, it's okay. It's a little bunny rabbit. That's fine then. There's all these particles in the jungle are never good for performance. Otherwise, we usually get away with having the shaders on and, you know, everything looking really nice. So, for the most part, I'm quite happy with how it's all set up. Oh my god, that was so scary. Safe Verph, how you doing? Shout outs. Can I please repeat, how high is my render distance? It's set to 8. My render distance is set to 8 chunks. Or 8. Yeah, I think it is chunks, isn't it? So it's quite low, really. Ooh, look. I can't mark this on my atlas. But we can just still look at it and see. I guess it's going to be pyrite. It's rich as well. 5.7 by 15.8. And just to check here. So, yeah, we're like 300 blocks away. But we do need to get up and around somehow. You make mead regularly and you think making a business out of it. Amazing. Oh, well, you should give me some tips, bruv. I need to know all the tips. Oh, yeah, so this is probably a good time to talk about this this largely vanilla Minecraft server I've started playing on. So I know you, Steak Sauce, you said you were interested in this whole concept. I think it's really, really cool. So a mate of mine who also streams, Shoot City, was talking about this, and I was just like, this sounds really cool. Like, I'm definitely up for it. But he's basically set up, it's kind of like a hardcore server. So the idea is there's a cooldown on like respawns. If you die, I think you either have to pay gold or something, or there's going to be some kind of currency you have to. We're still working out the ins and outs of it, but the server is up now. But you have to pay something to respawn, or else if you can't pay anything, then there's going to be quite a lengthy cooldown, you know. But I think even if you're paying, the cooldown will still be a few minutes. That's copper, isn't it, I think? Oh man, this is so crazy. Show us F3 again, you can note the coords down. It was 15, it was like 5.7. And then the 15, like the Z was kind of in line with the death. To be honest, we've got so much rich pyrite elsewhere, I'm not even that worried about it. Alright, so now it is 300 blocks. Put that away. God, I wish I had my hang glider. That would make this a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, normally with render distance, I would definitely go like quantity over quality. But for this series, I really wanted to make it look as good as possible because that's just what this pack is all about. The pack looks so good. And there's so much variety in terms of wood and stone types and dirt types and trees and animals and plants and all of that stuff. Different soil types, you know, crops. So I just felt like this is the kind of situation where we just want to have shaders that look banging and just the immediate surroundings just looking really, really good. So that's why we went that way. Right. Now, here's the water. We died like somewhere in that direction over there, okay? Now, I don't want to get into this water, because 'twas the water that killed me. Let's have a drink. Is this fresh? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's good. I mean, that would have been risky. I just poured it onto the floor. Can you imagine if it wasn't fresh? That would have been so risky. So we need to go in this direction still, actually. So that's good. So we can just come round here till we line up more perfectly with the spot, which we're now perfectly lined up with. And then it's like 150 blocks that way. But wait, how did I die? So the water, there's something in this water that we don't want to interact with ever again. You have seen me have encounters with these things before, actually. I think either on live streams or in episodes. I can't remember if it was in an episode or a live stream that it happened before. But it has definitely happened to me before. There are fish that attack you in these swamps. And they can attack you through the boat. And actually, it didn't even kill me like that. It killed me in another way. So it didn't kill me while I was just in the boat and it was attacking me. But I won't tell you what did happen. I will just say that much for now. And the whole death was caught like when I was recording episode 20. So when episode 20 comes out, the death will be in that episode, and you'll see. We could do quite a funny little remix and call that episode "This Is How You Died." Have a little zomboid reference in the middle of our Poetica series, you know? Why not? Oh. Right. There it is. There's our boat. There's our XP. There's our gravestone. We found it. Okay, we've actually... Now, you'll see why I brought blocks. Wait, is this stupid? If we go this way, we can actually just get closer to it. Let me take that block back. Don't jump in the water. Don't get in the water, you crazy fool. It poisoned me and then I managed to drown afterwards. Good guess, but no. Good guess, but no. It took me so by surprise what happened. It took me so by surprise. And the way it actually unfolded, I mean, it's going to be great content. I'll tell you that much. It is going to be great content. But yeah, like... I don't know. I would never have thought it was going to happen the way it happened. And I don't think anyone will guess it. But maybe you will. Maybe you will guess it. Oh, here we go. Ugh. So annoying. To be fair, I don't really care about that boat. What I just wanted to do was get a bit blocky here. I just don't want stuff falling in the water when we break this this gravestone. Like, let's say that we don't have quite enough inventory space to pick it all up. And then stuff falls in the water. That would be a bad result. That would be a bad time. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to properly encase ourselves here. To be honest, I might also... I think we should be alright. I'm really paranoid, so we're going to build it up another layer. Because, like, let's say one of my backpacks drops into the water. That would just be so annoying. The only fish that can damage you in Poetica are pufferfish, though they only poison you. Okay, so I'm sure you're right that the only fish that can damage you in Poetica are pufferfish. I'll tell you now. It was a pufferfish. But there's one other way they can damage you. Maybe you don't know, Verph. Maybe, I don't know if it's something that comes with the territory of poisoning. I can hear it. That's the sound of it, like, when it gets big and small, it goes whoop. I think. Anyway. Right, so what we need to do is just start by just trying to get backpacks open. Let's just put all this stuff in here. Some armor, that's good. Okay, that's the general one. So didn't this one have... Yeah, I put some of this stuff in there. But that should go in there. I touched its spikes. Why didn't... It didn't touch me as such. I guess I'm going to end up giving the game away. I'll say no more. I'll say no more. Yeah, I'll just say no more. We don't want anything to despawn here. We want to be sure we got absolutely everything. So, the first things first is, where's the main... It's the purple backpack is like the main one that we normally have on our actual baubles back. So let's pop that there. And in that one, we'll put this copper pickaxe that we brought with us and the blocks that we brought with us. Oh yeah, look, we even killed a pufferfish on our way, but that was a different part. I think that is possibly how the beginning of episode 20 is, or something. Anyway, so there's wood in there. I should try and move quite quickly, but these are all the backpacks, right? Yeah, that one's just got wood. That's cool. That one's got the saltpeter and the anthracite. That's got a few random gems and things, and dirt and soil and stuff. Good. The reason we were around here is we were looking for chert sand, because there's a bit of chert around here. It attacks the boat. Yes, it did attack me when I was in the boat. But that's not how I died. It's a very specific sequence of events. Let's put the spare flask in there. Let's set up our inventory. This stone knife can go because we've got a raw iron one there now. We have 2 workbenches, so we'll put the spare one in there. Have our walking stick. We've got all our other basic tools and things there. We found loads of cool seeds that we've got jute seeds to take home with us. Every time you hear that bloop, you run for your life. Yeah, that is wise. Let me tell you, that's wise. But I mean, looking at it, yeah, we've got a lot of raw meat. We've got that. We've got our atlas back. This is crucial. So yeah, we came from up here. We came a different route, didn't we? Yeah, so I think then... Yeah, look, here's that river that I was talking about that leads us into where we died. So what we must have done is we came round the original island, and I said this is the point where the next island begins, which is here. We came round here like this, didn't we? And then we got to here, and we came on foot. Which actually seems to have been a very sensible way of doing it. You think you'll add crocodiles? Amazing. Yeah, more water predators definitely adds a very interesting element to the game. Definitely is an interesting element. So look, just to recap then everything in these backpacks. The white backpack has like minerals, and all this dolomite rock here is all of the flux that we gathered before. So that's pretty nice. We've got, yeah, just random bits and bobs that we found here, but the saltpeter's cool, and all that anthracite's obviously very cool. The green one's just full of wood. That one's just full. No, that's not the green one. But that one's also similarly full of wood and just random kind of plants. So I think those are the most interesting two to have kind of on our bar. I think let's check the food situation here. 5 days for that stuff. Yeah, that stuff's all preserved for longer. So I think what we can do is take the raw stuff that we're not eating, throw it in with the preserved stuff, and pop that away. And now the one on our back is perfectly full. Let's take these blocks out so there's room in that one for messing around, because they belong really in here. Boat on the bar. I think we can just do that. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that as an inventory. Alright, we did it. That was relatively painless. Relatively painless. There's that sound again. Shout outs, Nobility. How you doing? Did I get out of the boat and suffocate in the tree stump? No. Mojang stated they won't already add real-life endangered animals, which will be hostile. Oh, which will be hostile. I was going to say, didn't they already add pandas? Frogsy, hello. Shout outs to you. I'm kind of just waiting for morning now. But if you've just joined the stream, to update you, we managed to get our stuff back. We died midway through creating episode 20, which is why you haven't seen episode 20. I needed to take a cooling off period. And now we're back, and we have our stuff back, and the series can continue. So it's all good news from Camp Poetica here. Can you imagine if I just fell into that gap and just died again? Woo! That would have been not funny. So I think we'll just go back the way we came. But actually, hold on. Before we do that, let's just look at our map here. So yeah, I went quite far this way exploring. You know, the chert is like around here. But I've already gone down there and I couldn't find, and I went down this way as well. There's just, it seems that the bit where there's chert, there's no beach. Is what it seems like. I just wanted the chert sand to make glass. But I think at this stage, we won't. So probably what the best thing for us to do is to actually head back to the base and just start working a load of iron. Because I was going to do a live stream working a load of iron anyway. So I think that's what we'll do. We've got so much iron to make, so many sheets, all that good stuff. So we're gonna do some metaling. But first we are going to walk back the way we came. I feel that's safest. So yeah, and we'll leave all these blocks behind. Screw it. And if I open this up, we can see that we do need to head diagonally down that way. It's going to be the fastest way, but then we might encounter predators we didn't encounter on the way. But with weapons and armor, I'm more confident now. Famous last words. The other thing we can do now, though, as well, is use this little fella here. But look, we are in the chert right now. So, I mean, if we do see any sand anywhere, then we can grab it and then we can start making glass, which would be sweet. Yeah, let's just head back to the base at this point and just accept the, like, we got the main thing we wanted to get out of this journey, which was flux, because we can't really do any of the metalworking without the flux, but we now have the flux. I enjoyed the little the pun. I can't remember what I called it in the end. For flux sake, I think, was the name of episode 19. Yeah, look, see, when it hits the water, there's no sand. It's kind of struggling to keep up generating the terrain. For flux sake, that was it. Yeah, so we have actually completed that mission on this journey, so yeah. Time to go ahead. Yeah, there was a very eerie noise just then. I don't know. It did sound like something bad was about to happen to me. Now I'm just paranoid to go in the water for anything. Just keep our eyes out for pufferfish. Okay, so we should just be able to go whoop, pretty easily boat all our way home. Yeah, that's kind of the angle we need to be going at. Something like that. Sweet. Good stuff. Sneck, shout outs. Welcome. How you doing? You wish your PC was strong enough to handle Poetica. Yeah, Poetica is some heavy lifting, alright. Particularly with these shaders. It's crazy. You're doing great. Oh, good to hear. I'm fine, thanks. I'm good. I'm very good now we got our stuff back. I was nervous about that. I was quite nervous about it. I thought just having to mission it through the jungle without any gear. It's like, we're just going to get eaten by something, like, immediately, just devoured. But we're alright. Made it true. I still even get nervous just in these kind of bits, where it's like showing on the map that it's like swamp. Just looks like water to us. How did I die? Well, the death was recorded, and it will feature in episode 20, which will be out in the next couple of days. Probably even tomorrow, maybe, or I think Thursday more likely. I think tomorrow we'll do a Stardew Valley stream. Or Zomboid, or maybe both, if I can fit both in. If I can do like Zomboid during the day, Stardew Valley in the evening, something like that. And then, yeah, and then we'll do the TFC episode come out on Thursday. That sounds good to me. Where are we now? Okay, so this is the home island. Oh, sweet, yes, we just need to change direction. Guess you'll have to wait. So yeah, so I haven't actually. I'll tell you, Snek, what I've told everyone else on the stream so far today, without repeating myself in too much detail. We were in the water. We were in our boat, and we died in water to a fish. There's one kind of fish that will attack you in Poetica, and this fish killed us. But the circumstances around how the fish killed us is genuinely, it was a shock to me. So, yeah, look out for that. I'm gonna go brush your teeth. That's sensible. That's good. It's good to know. It's good to know. Dental hygiene. We're in full support of dental hygiene here at DankNStein Media Productions. I shouldn't really watch the map so closely. The map isn't always the most accurate representation of what's going on. It allows us to drop markers, so it's essential. But the actual imagery on the map shows like biome boundaries rather than like actual land. It's worth kind of being aware of. Now this here, I think these pickaxes, are these not... Oh no, I think it's that one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one that we absolutely like tore to pieces. On that last live stream. That was amazing. Yeah, we'll just go around this way. So what are we doing today? Well, good question. Now we've got our stuff back. I think we're going to head back to the yard, and we're going to just metalwork. We've got all that pyrite from the last live stream that we gathered to process. So yeah, we're gonna get metallic, and the whole game is, you know, at our next base location, because we're going to be leaving this location for episode 20. The idea is, did you hear that sound? That sound is the sound of a pufferfish. See, they don't appear in the oceans, I don't think, but some of these pools of water that are next to the land aren't oceans, they're like technically swamps. That was a pufferfish. Okay. Boats are super scary in this game. I'll say that. In Poetica, boats are terrifying. Alright. Yeah. Damn. But yeah, we're gonna move to a new base location. I want to go somewhere very cold and set up a double blast furnace and just make tons and tons of steel. It's the sound of death. Yeah, exactly. The thing about the pufferfish in this game as well, in Poetica, is they do what the bumblebees used to do. Do you remember that time when I was doing a hardcore run and it was going really well? This is like a good few versions back in Poetica. But I was doing a hardcore run, it was going really well, and we saw a beehive, so we broke it, and the bees just came out and killed it, like insta-killed us, because it was like, they just dealt damage, like, like, it was just like, done. And they'd like attacked us sort of like 8 times in like a fraction of a second. And then I remember, like, after that happened, the next update, Verph was like, yeah, I've fixed the bees so they can only attack you every second or so. But I think the pufferfish can still do that. They get under your boat and they're just like... And each time they're hitting you, you're being poisoned as well. So even when you get out of it, you're still poisoned. But, like, they go... They do hit you, like, multiple times. So, yeah, anyway. That's one thing. Yeah, we're getting close now. But that isn't exactly how they killed us. There's another thing that happened that meant that we actually died. And tune in for episode 20 to find out. But yeah, we'll do metalworking today. And once we've kind of done all the metalworking we need to do for that double blast furnace, we'll pack our bags. And we'll leave the... What was this? The name of this base location was the Coolness. And we're going to leave the Coolness. And go and find somewhere else. Now look, as you can see, our tree farm has more fruit. Also, didn't we fill this guy up? And it's now finished. So I think it's full of charcoal. It is full of charcoal. Look at that. So that's all amazing. Let's just get in the water here quickly. Checking for pufferfish. If we die here, though, I can tolerate that. Okay, good. Some colour being brought back into the situation here. That's good. In fact, while we're here, and it's night time anyway, probably a good a time as any to just gather all this stuff. Can we hold torches in our offhand and get the light? We can. Okay, that's the way to do this. I think the more we can mass produce charcoal here and now, while it's easy for us, the better. We will set up a duplicate, a kind of, not a duplicate, but like a version 2.0 of the amazing tree farm we set up over there, the mangrove trees. I've found a couple of species of trees that I think we can replicate the concept with, that actually have slightly wider tolerances for like temperature and climate and stuff like that. So, because the problem with the mangrove trees is that I think they have to be grown in quite high temperatures. So, our new base location might not actually support the growth of mangrove trees. So, that's why I'm kind of just trying to grab as much charcoal now as possible. But, when we were out and about, let me see if I can find the bag that stuff's in. I think it's this one. No, I think it's the green one then. Yeah. Bald cypress. I think bald cypress was the one where we found that tree. And yeah, look, the temperature only needs to be 10 degrees. And we can grow that tree. And they're very, very big. They have a similar kind of root structure at the bottom, where I think the odds of the original sapling surviving the tree growing are relatively high. And yeah, I just think it looks like they're a candidate for this kind of type of tree farm. And yeah, the other thing that I'd put in version 2.0 in our new base location would be some scaffolding and like just making kind of gathering the saplings when we need them a bit easier. So it would be kind of a much bigger kind of structure in terms of having like some kind of perimeter around it, some raised walkways, things like that. Okay, looking good. Let's, well, can we? I think in the black one. And then I think in the blue one. That stuff. white one, that can go in. Let's just pop those away. Okay, that gives us a decent amount of space to pick up trees from. So yeah, we'll probably end up... Wow. Let's run around and just try and get saplings first, without destroying saplings that are actually there, hopefully. God, I thought I had destroyed one then. As long as we're on these like pathways here, we should be far away enough. And let's look at the results here. Looks like that one probably destroyed its sapling. Just can't see anywhere where that one could be hiding. So that one lost its sapling for sure. That one maintained it. As did that one. As did that one. As did that one. Okay, so far only one of them didn't. That one didn't. That's two didn't. That one did. That one did. And last but not least, it looks like that one didn't. So, pretty much, we need 3 of these saplings. So far we've only gotten 1. Because we've not really managed to access a lot of leaves. This is the thing. So this is why if I would build this tree farm again, I would 100% put some walkways on. One looks a bit more juicy in terms of one that we can actually keep climbing. We need to get up there somehow. This isn't going quite as well as I'd hoped. This one over here actually might look like the most fruitful in terms of its climbability. No, I think we're still kind of maxing out here. Like, you can climb much higher without... I mean, we do have ladders. I think we do literally have ladders in here. So why don't we just whip them out, baby? Yeah, let's climb up this one. Oops. Yeah, should have just whipped out the ladders immediately. So easy with ladders get involved. The amount of sticks here is going to be untold. Hey! We've got 6 saplings now, we've got more than enough. But it's good to overshoot it when we've actually gone to the trouble of placing the ladders, right? Look at how tall some of these trees get, though. It's absolutely insane. Oh, they're like scaffold blocks in POETICA. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, you know. I'd like to think so. There might be something similar. But if not, like if we build another one of these tree farms in our next base location, we can make them kind of like semi-permanent scaffolding. Do you know what I mean? Okay. To be honest, that's fine. I'm happy with 9. Like 9 is enough to replant the whole farm. So 9's fine. Let's stand here maybe, and hopefully catch as many that might fall off. Look, it did the whole row. They were all connected. I've had a lot of comments on this tree farm though. I mean, it is, as far as Terrafirmacraft goes, easily the greatest tree farm ever. Might as well fill that. Is there room in the white one as well? Yeah, there is. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. Oh yeah, we do want to do a little run around for the saplings that we got. I think I can take this torch out of that slot now. Put the walking stick back in. See, look, that tree's just grown back again already. And again, the sapling survived. So that sapling is just going to stay there. Oh, right, we're about to die of thirst, though. It's going to stay mature. It's going to stay ready. And that one just went. And again, that one sapling survived. And look, this is a huge tree, this one. Like, they regrow faster than you can pick up the wood. Do you see what I mean? How insane. How insane. So we've been putting them in the black and the white ones, so we'll just keep those two there. It's actually probably quite dangerous being near these saplings when they are in such a state. But now look, the time it's going to take us to run over here and decant all of this wood, they're gonna regrow. Hashtag cheats. Yeah, well. This is why I like playing incredibly hard games, because then when you find a little workaround, you don't really feel like you've done anything wrong. Just leveling the playing field out here. Munch, 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 munch. Yeah, there's no keeping up. I guess it's just eventually all the saplings do get munched. But yeah, I'd be keen to know your thoughts, Verph, on what you think about me using the bald cypress trees to do this. I think they'd work as well. And wait, we can check. What was the... Yeah, so that these need 15 to 40 degrees and 200 rainfall. The bald cypress only needs 10 degrees as a minimum and only 180 rainfall. So it's just a slightly more flexible tree. in terms of where you can grow it. But I think from looking at the one that I found and got the saplings from, they got a kind of similar properties, similar shapes, and the way that they grow, you know. So I think you can do this with them too. I don't think my axe is going to hold up. I think I'll probably run out of axe before I run out of... Okay, the axe actually did make it. That one regrew in the time it took us to just turn around and run in the opposite direction. It's crazy. Just get full immediately. Alright, so we're going to have to run back over here. And there's not even going to be room in here for all this wood anyway. We have to place it all down somewhere else. Wow, it's the perfect amount. Decent, decent. Okay. Now, yeah, we're gonna run out of axe. Also, these are just already growing back, so you know what? We're going to save all this for another time. Let's just replant the ones that have no sapling on them. But you can see how this is fairly sustainable. Like, I could just keep mass producing wood for much, much longer than I have done already. And that's some more there. I think it makes sense for us to kind of empty what we have out. I think I'll just put it all down here. Cool. Okay, well that's something. It's a good little task to have done when we first got home. Feeling it. Now, let me show you all of this iron. There's a lot of iron here. We've actually got a fair bit of unpacking to do as well. So first things first, our sapling chest here. We get all of these onto the bar, and then if I just grab some water because I'm thirsty. Alright then, this one first. There is, oh yeah, Iroko. I think we thought Iroko could do it too, but that one needs even crazier climate than the other one, so that one's probably even more unlikely to be a winner. Let's take all of this shrubbery out, because yeah, we have some fairly substantial shrubbery. I think a lot of this stuff we've just been deliberately not collecting. But yeah, I guess we'll collect it all in here. Curious as to why this one won't go in. It's because that's full, and then there's got this other ones that it can't stack with for some reason. Stuff that ended up in here that could go in there, right? Yeah, we've got some doubles. Okay, now that's just wood. That's good. This one has some saplings in it, which can go in like that. There's some seeds. So putting seeds in with saplings, that's interesting. Makes sense to me, I suppose. It's quite a decent amount of seeds we brought back with us. Oh, also, what about this guy? Rubber fig, that's fine. So now that's all just wood as well. Look, we had all that mangrove in there already as well. Wild. Okay, then there's all this stuff, and then there's all that stuff, and then there's all that stuff. Oh yeah, so there's actually another seed in there. There's some bamboo. Some stuff here that we'd want to throw out, yeah. Oh, everything's frozen. I think that's just when it has to have a dump, so to speak. Yep, we're back. We've got all this food we want to cook as well. Sticks. Stringy things. Animal products. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spare flask in with the animal products, just because when we come to get a bladder, we'll see the flask, and then we'll definitely won't use a bladder unnecessarily if we arrange it that way. There's a seed there. That's the point. Have any of our crops actually grown? Potentially that corn, you know. All the rest, I think, is just struggling because of the climate. So we can process all of this flux now. We don't want this for anything else. I just want to have a big chest full of flux. And I'm hoping in our new base location we'll find, you know, we'll find some more. Like some actual flux stone that's near where we settle. So what's that in there? That's the bauxite. Okay, yeah, fine. I think this chest is where it makes sense. Now we can turn that into a full stack in there. That's very important. Great. Oh, both our hammers aren't looking like they're in good shape. We need a new axe. Probably need a new scythe and things. There's some spare iron here, which I think was the spare stuff we had for tools. And then up here, we've got these blooms that need processing. And then all of this needs putting into blooms. Oh, there should also there are blooms in here as well. Yes. So we can do another 2 blooms. 24 each. In fact, hold on. We'll definitely start by getting 2 more blooms going. Why would we not? There we go, perfect. Phone died, so it's plugged in. I'm playing while Steak Sauce is watching via the PC. Amazing. Okay, those are ready, but I don't have... I'm wondering, should I just make a flint and steel? I feel like there was something preventing me from doing that in this pack, like it wasn't easy to do. Oh yeah, because it has to be steel. That's kind of obvious. Instead of it being iron, you actually need steel in this pack. Makes sense. I like it. I'm in full support of that change. But yeah, so we can't have flint and steels yet. Okay, but they're going. That's good. And then there's 2 full blooms, and then we do 1 little baby one afterwards. And then once all that iron is processed, there's all of this, which is just spare. But I think all of that is what we actually need to make all the blast furnace stuff that we need to make. I think. So we can just start working our way through it, basically. I don't think we'll be able to actually put, like, the cast iron ingots we can put in there, but I don't think we can actually put real iron in there, can we? If we take one of these and try and put it in the chest, I think it won't let us. Oh, it does. We can put ingots in chests. Okay, well, I think we should keep the ingots that we do put in there separate then. Anyway, we're still not quite finished unpacking. We've got a lot of wood, all this stuff here. I think we take the anthracite out and just have that be full of charcoal. Anthracite can go up here. Down right there, and then that's our iron dumping ground. That's good. All this saltpeter, oh, all this anthracite. Look, we've actually got way more anthracite. So actually, just take that. And put it up here. The saltpeter can go over here somewhere, maybe. There's some room for something random. And then there's more just kind of random stuff like sulfur powder can go in there, I guess. I think we're putting the geodes somewhere else. Bauxite goes in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. It's actually not. Doesn't actually belong in there, really. It belongs more in like here, with just like. Well, no, actually it should go with that, shouldn't it? And then we've got a copper ingot. Wood, empty. Just random stuff. Yeah, so. Okay, the sphalerite can go there. Singular piece of rich pyrite can go up there with all the other rich pyrite. Piece of sphalerite can go in there. And yeah, I think the rest of these random gems go up here somewhere. We had something or another for this kind of thing. Yep. The pitch blende can go in there. The opal can go in there. All that stuff. Where have we put in the flint? In with the clay, I'll bet. There's our 2 crucibles we already made for our blast furnace. But in fact, each blast furnace needs a crucible as well. We actually need to make 2 more of those. So why don't we do that now as well? We've got the fire clay here for it. Oh, it's that one. I thought it was that, but I did want to just double check. So they'll need firing at some point. I guess we can do that while we process the iron, can we? I guess so. There's a load of food I still want to sort through. Like, this stuff should be cooked. It should actually be salted and then cooked. I actually don't know if that's enough. I just grabbed an amount, but I should probably just grab a larger amount. Anyway, awesome to be back home and, like, you know, surviving again. Such a good sound effect, this, isn't it? It's just so satisfying. Oh, I think it's all finished. It's probably been finished for a while. Okay, good. 42 pieces, I think that's enough for a very, very small amount of meat. $7 days and 8 days and all that. Fine. How did these end up back in our inventory? Did I take them back out again? I guess I did. Weird. Wondering, do we want the crucible running? I think we do. I think we're going to probably predominantly use the crucible to process all of this iron. Maybe not actually. I think it's easier on the anvil in a way. I think it's actually faster. I think we'll do it on the anvil. So with that in mind, I don't think we'll use this forge. I think we'll use this one. But first things first, let's get some food going. Wow, that took no time at all. Still saying only 8 days, so the cooking of it didn't really help there. Put that in there. Yeah, that's looking fine now, that one. Pufferfish and sugarcane, don't really care. They're going to get fired soon. We'll just do... it's kind of a little inefficient in a way, but we're just going to do one iron bloom at a time, because I just don't think we can actually manage anymore. Also, when these finish, they'll be hot and ready to go, and we can just process them straight out of the wall. So yeah, we'll warm that up. Those guys are happening. Let's get cold again. Eat some of this priority beef while we chill out. If you just joined us, do drop a like on the stream as well. It's always appreciated. Yeah, and I guess the initial aim will just be to get all the double sheets done. We'll need 16 double sheets if we're going to make 2 full-size blast furnaces. 16 double sheets, that's all. Not like a, they don't need a lot or anything, just 16 double sheets. Each double sheet's 4 ingots, so 64 ingots worth. So yeah, with this 24 here, we'll be able to make 6. Yeah, we'll be able to make 6 double sheets with this bloom. So we need to do that like 2 and a bit times, just to kick things off. We can get rid of this salt probably. Yeah, that's still going to be a while. Oh, you know what we should do? Put our tongs in. And get our hammer out. Pro pick and scythe can go away. Oh look, there's a spare axe. We already made ourselves a spare axe. Awesome. That's still going to be a while. Let's go put our salt back in the kitchen while we wait. Oh yeah, so I started talking about this earlier, but then I think I got sidetracked. But if anyone is interested in doing a little bit of PvP kind of Minecrafty stuff, my mate Shoot City has set up a server that's kind of like a hardcore survival server. The idea is there's going to be a cooldown on respawns when you die and things like that, and there's like a bit of a trading currency that you'll have to pay to respawn as well. So it's kind of like hardcore, but obviously because it's a server, we want people to be able to come back. But deaths are going to cost you. And the idea is that like players are going to kind of form into small groups and create little towns, maybe raid each other, have some little battles, things like that. So I'm setting up a town. My mate Shoot City's setting up his own town, and you know, feel free to come in and try and join forces with me in DankNStein. Alternatively, you can also join Shoot City if you want to talk to him, or you can set up your own town, set up your own little crew, you know. Right, yellow, white, I think we've reached the top spot here. What I'm just going to do is grab one more of these and pop it in, and then let's get going. Do we even, I don't know if we even need to click that. I think if it knows, it just knows, right? And then 2 in there and 4, 4, 4, 4, and 2 is the right amount. Okay, they're already not weldable, all of these. So yeah, we just have to just accept that, I think. Maybe even do them in separate sessions. Maybe we should just be focusing on getting all the ingots. Oh, we can do it with 2 of them sat in there as well. We just need to move that guy over to slot 1. I think we're about to start taking damage from the heat. Just jump underground. And yeah, I guess screw it, we just cool all of these. We'll do the sheet making in a separate session. Yeah, we'll do a live stream from it this week, Steak Sauce. So we'll kind of show off exactly where I set up. Not enough heat. Okay, but look, we made 14 ingots. That's a good start. This guy's getting nice and warm. We should be able to do these in little batches now, while the main bloom still heats up. Although that main bloom's actually going to get to heat before these guys do. Maybe we should have another one going. We've definitely got enough charcoal, like, to afford it. I think it makes sense. Maybe whenever we get, maybe what we should do is we should always just do the first one of any bloom that we process. Look, these are finished. These will be hot, so we can start with one of these guys now. Oh, they're already too cold. Okay, never mind. So we'll just grab those then. It's saying danger, but I think that's just because I think we just shouldn't pump the thing. They just get up to nice iron temperature naturally, I think. Okay, there's a sheet. Those guys are just workable now. Get those two warm, see if we can get another sheet going. Like, get a double sheet out of all this. Let's go and cool down for a minute. This is going to be so epic though, doing all of this ironworking. This is going to be so long. I'm not sure we'll get it all done today by any stretch, but we'll break the back of it, you know? I'll probably have another stream between episode 20 and episode 21. Would probably make sense. I don't know if having all this stuff there, cooking like constantly, is the right approach. These guys are all like at temperature now. So yeah, let's try and grab these guys, see what we can do here. There we go, there's one. Might as well have those guys cooking. And let's see about getting another pair done here. Yes. All right. Amazing. So we know we can do that. Then we can get 4 done and into a sheet. Wait. No, we can get 4 into a double sheet all in one go, as long as all 4 of the ingots are ready. No, in fact, as long as they're just these chunks, we can do it. I mean, we're definitely heating too much stuff here. There's no way we can do it all. It's kind of stupid. Let's turn this one off. I just don't think we need to have quite so many running at once. We also probably don't need all these blooms like all that hot. It's kind of insane. Anyway, we'll keep those there. Get rid of some of this other stuff as well. Like, I think... Oh yeah, backpacks can't go in backpacks, but I think, can they... Let me just try something. I don't think I've tried this yet. No, backpacks can't go in vessels either. This kind of makes sense. Okay. So those guys are like a little partnership, but we'll leave them there because they'll be useful probably in a moment. Let's see if we can just get like a double sheet done just out of this guy straight away. Ah, they're not hot enough to weld. So we've already lost that one. That's a shame. So we can keep that guy hot. Take these two and warm those up as well. And then we'll just get these guys going. And then that should be able to be a sheet. Nice, so that's ready for another pair, one other time. So if I pop that in there, take these guys. Amazing. Now I can just keep working these, I suppose. But why do we have an uneven number? That's better. There were 3 down there. Oops. Well, I've totally screwed this up now. I have no idea where I am anymore. Oh, yeah, they can't be. Oh, they're not even hot enough to work anymore. Damn. Oh, damn. Let's definitely put those 2 in first. And all these guys can probably just cool everything down while we wait. I think it's probably more useful to not be heating those in advance. So as crazy as as much of a waste of energy as this is, I'm going to cool those just so they're not warming up my inventory and so they can stack as well. And then that means we can get 2 more heating up here. Maybe this is why we actually do want the second one running. I don't know, I keep flipping between the 2, I'm not sure. I think we can just go for these now. Messed that one up because I was midway through it, didn't really know what I was doing. Perfect. So we got to 4 of those already. That's not too bad. We only need 16. And then the double sheets are all done. And then everything else is just normal sheets. But yeah, this is going to take a while when they're just coming in from cold like this. So this is where we could actually be melting them down en masse and pouring ingots. Yeah, when they all need to be made into sheets, there's just not much point in doing that, I don't think. I think you're better off just going the old-fashioned way. But yeah, let's get a second one going, because, like, let's face it, charcoal-wise, we're fine. Even give that guy a little pump. Probably give them both a little pump. Now, while we're waiting, actually, might as well get 2 more blooms going. Alright, looking good, looking good. These two are ready, but I kind of want to do a batch of 4. So I'm just going to wait for those two to become ready as well. Once everybody's yellow, white, and weldable, yeah, I'll be happy. How fast can we do this? Nope, those aren't the hot ones. Ah, where are the hot ones? Unlucky. Close. But no. I want those to be a group of 4. These guys are all ready. So, yeah, let's make a second attempt at that. Popping in those two and these two like that. Okay, cool. And then let's try again. Just be faster this time. Although we're going to start taking damage, I think. Which might get in the way of our odds here. Nope, not hot enough. And I am way too hot. We're getting close though. We are getting close to being able to do that. I think I'd rather have my food there so things aren't ending up. These two are weldable. So those two can go in. Good, that's one of them done. These guys are on their way. There's like an odd pair there. Oh no, but they can go with those two. Yeah, okay, so we've got sets of 4. Yes, we should just process them properly in pairs, I think. There we go. Okay, now we can wait around for a minute. Dark red. Right, yeah, so those 4 are going next. So this guy could just move over here. And then that's a 4 waiting to happen. We can maybe get one of the other blooms just heating up in there. These guys are nearly ready. So let's go and just make sure we're nice and cold when that does happen. It's hot work, man. I'm getting sweaty in here. I need to go grab a drink from downstairs in a minute. But we'll finish this bloom first. Yellow, white, looking good. Guys, just gradually just getting to the point. Alright, let's give these a pump just before we grab them, so they just go up a couple more points of heat. Okay, they hit danger, and then we just grab them. There's no hammer. Oh dear. Oh, this is ruined now already. I guess we'll get as much done as we can. But we're gonna have to like grab the hammer and then do that. And then put the hammer back in. So yeah, kind of impossible. actually not that bad. Oh, we were so close just then. That was actually really not that bad. Kind of shocked. Those ones are all good to go. But actually, I do just want to make probably 2 new hammers. I'm not going to make it with this iron, because we know this iron is part of the total. Or at least it should be. So we're going to grab 2 ingots from over here. In fact, these ones are hot, so we can make hammers out of them straight away. So let's put these 2 ingots in there to keep them hot, and then let's just go and process these into hammers. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, I know what I'm doing with that now. So we want to line it up first. And then just go boom, 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 boom. There we go. Right, 2 hammers. Wow, are we hot. Oh my god, the damage it does when you start overheating is absolutely insane. That's crazy. It took off like 1/3 of my health. Just like bang. You are too hot. I'm going to take away 1/3 of your health now. Crazy. Right, we need a couple of sticks. Alright, banging. So this one can stay in our inventory. In fact, it can stay there. That one can go there. Spare one there. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Now, these guys are ready to be welded together. I'll pop that in there. Might as well get him hot. And that's that one done. All we need to do there. Now these are also all ready. So why are they not hot? How did they not get hot in there? I don't understand. Okay, but anyway, we can keep them all at heat. They're like cooled down like worryingly quickly, I think. Seemed like they cooled down very unusually quickly. Don't know. That's how the cold works. It's a lot harder to warm up than just jumping in a river if you're not prepared. Keep that in mind in your future travels. Oh wow, yes, if you get somewhere that's that cold, you can't just jump into water to like get hot again. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of scary. There we go, got that one done. So we're halfway there. We've done 8. And these are both heating up nicely. Okay, let's go. Let's get one done. It looks like it's just the same as the... Yeah, okay. Dope. Oh shit. These are all very hot, and there's not enough room in our inventory to hold them all. We're not even back to proper temperature yet. Put a pair in there. Let's set 4 in there. Put the other pair in. I need to like regen some health. Regen some health, otherwise this is gonna actually kill me doing all this stupid stuff. Blacksmithing during the winter, the best daytime activity. That's hilarious. Makes sense though. Those aren't particularly hot anymore, so it shouldn't cause us too much trouble. So let's take a set of 4. Oh, I overshot it. That's really annoying. Just the lag just screwed me up there. Not hot enough, unfortunately. These guys are all good to go, so take them, pop those guys in, and another 2. Come over here and try again, without lag this time. Yes! Haha! Okay, that's sick. When that actually happens, that is so satisfying. When you can actually get all 4 done like that. It's beautiful. Take these 2 off, chuck those in. There's another. We're actually getting through this reasonably quickly, because now these 4... Yeah, these 4 are ready. They're all at temperature. Grab those, throw them in. Yes, got it again. Killing it out here. So then that's a fresh batch of 4. And these guys are nearly there. And then we've got that one ready and waiting. So this is cool. We're getting faster and faster and faster. More and more and more efficient. And then there's a kind of like stopgap activity. Okay, so those are finished, which I think means we've processed. And then so we just need to do one little kind of medium bloom, which would take 24 in total. These are a bit hot, actually. Yeah, we're going to just cool these. I'm not sure why I'm bleeding. So that's just a mini one. Just to finish the job. Those guys are all good, so these guys. Okay, so we should be able to do... Okay, let's grab all these out and just plop that one guy in there. And then let's go. Probably gonna fail because the axe was in the wrong place. Or the hammer, whatever it's called. Yeah, we just missed it, I think. Not by much, probably, but we did just miss it. Yeah, that guy's warming, that guy, and then this is another full set of 4 that's ready to go. So much easier when your inventory's properly organised for doing this stuff. Banging it out. Easy money. And just these guys. And there's another. So that takes up to 14, so we only need to do 2 more of these. And then all the rest are just normal sheets, which is going to be so much easier to batch process. One more thing, you may want to travel between March and June in game if you're wanting to move to a colder biome. Give you some time to settle in somewhere depending on how far north-south you're planning. I don't actually know what time of year it is right now. It's late summer, so we'll be arriving as winter arrives. Actually, no, we won't, because we're probably going to spend another whole winter just doing this. What we're doing right now, to be honest. Get those in there. Let's get a set of 4 in there. And then let's cool ourselves down. And to be honest, yeah, let's just cool down all of these just so we're not burning ourselves to death, because we will be. Otherwise. We just need to think about this, actually. We've got 14. Do we have another one in there? No, we don't. So we've got 14, so we just need 2 more. So there's one. And there's the other. Wow, how are those guys so hot already? Oh, I suppose they went in and they were warm when they went in. Okay, so... well, let's just finish off these guys first. very easy. Oh, I should have put another 4 in there. That's 15. So this will be the last set. Had like a little brain fart moment there, just couldn't think. Still got it done in time though. And that is the last double sheet we need. 16 double sheets of iron. So that will make us our 2 blast furnaces there. That's awesome. Very, very nice. All the rest of these just need to be made into single sheets. So we're kind of working through them in pairs now rather than in you know, sets of 4. So we could almost get the 3rd forge going, but it probably feels a little bit like overkill. And then there's that one more mini bloom to come out of there. But in essence, I'm going to just pause for a second here. In fact, I'm not going to pause while I'm talking. In essence, the task now to sit alongside these 16 double sheets, basically each blast furnace needs 8 double sheets to make the blast furnace itself. Then we need 60 normal sheets for a maximum size blast furnace, because you need 12 per layer and you can have 5 layers. Yeah, so it's 60. We need 60 normal sheets. Twice. So a sheet is 2 ingots. So we need 120 sheets. We need 240 ingots of iron is what remains in all of this. Plus these 6 blooms in here as well. And the 16 in there. So all of these blooms, all of the rest of it, like this stuff excluded, but like all the stuff that's either in, I mean basically everything's in bloom form now. It's all there, or it's in that bloomery, or it's in these 2 forges. But all of it, and this, and these 16 ingots, all need to be sheets. And when they are, we'll have 120. So we'll see how much of that we get done right now. I'm just going to run downstairs and grab a drink, so I'll be less than 30 seconds. Okay, let's let the epicness continue here. They do still, unfortunately, all need to be weldable, but we just only need to that one stage of welding. So we're still going to be dealing with them in pairs. And so it makes sense, I guess, to deal with them in sets of 4. Just doing 2 sheets at a time. Without that extra weld on the end, we're going to have slightly less time pressure. Anyway, these guys are ready, so let's go. The problem is, I was already a bit hot when I started just then. Ooh, one of them didn't cool down. Weird. Don't know why that would happen. Last thing I need is to be taking damage from from not okay, look, let's notice immediately. Could do with a bit more flux in there. Also, to be fair, look at the durability on this. How that's an iron hammer. And we are working through it at an alarming rate. Okay, another batch. So this is the gameplay loop that we're on right now. And actually you can see we probably should have a third forge running to ensure we can keep up with production. It's almost useful having these just sat in there. Because yeah, if we could just get like a cycle going. I don't know, we might waste even more energy doing that, because at moments like this where we need to cool ourselves down, for example. I think let's do it. I think let's go big or go home. I want to go big. But we don't have anything to light it with. Again, we're going to need to run and grab another. Anyway, these guys are good to go. Throw them in there, throw 4 in there like that. Run our way. Those guys aren't there, those guys won't be there. And those guys need starting. So yeah, let's go make another firelighter then. It's just maybe like 6 forges, yeah. But the problem is we will start to just burn through charcoal, and like I think a loop of 3, I think when we hit a rhythm, I think that's gonna be about right. But let's find out. See, these guys are nearly ready. Let's cool down. Oops. Kind of messed that up, but recovered it not too bad. Like, I still think we'll definitely... Yeah, we got that well done, no problem. Now, just while I think everybody's catching up, these guys are very nearly there. But let's just split this guy while we're waiting. Make sure we have them all. Yep, looking good. Looks like we do. See how many we can get done, I suppose. Ugh! Disgusting. Just errors. Okay. Oh well. Everyone's like full. Yeah, everyone's full. Okay, so let's just come down here. Because this is crazy. Let's cool all of these. Because it's just, I want the pieces more than anything, do you know what I mean? For everything else, like that guy can get cooled. But these guys, let's put them in the empty bottoms, if that makes sense. For now, those ones are ready to go. So take these out, pop those in. Good, and then these ones in the bottom should be, yeah, they're good to go now. Easy. Very nice, very nice. 12 already, and then, yeah, then this batch are ready. And so now we should, yeah, because we've got 2 ready there, and those ones on their warm-up. So let's imagine we've just, like, finished a batch. We've just put those in. Oh, in fact, these aren't even proper batches, so it's probably not going to work quite how I imagined. But let's just do these anyway. So 4 in. Oh yeah, and we can save a click here. I should be doing it like this. 1 large, 2 small. That actually saves us a whole click. Yeah, we only need to get up to 120 of these. So we've got 14 so far, so it's a piece of cake, basically. We're like, pretty much, we've already done it. I think. Easy is the phrase that springs to mind. Piece of cake. A piece of proverbial cake. Although my concentration is going, you can see I'm just like, just brain farting more and more with like what button I press when. So they're going. Yeah. So we should be able to kind of test all this out now. Oh, why am I so thirsty? Thirsty boy. Okay. This bloom has finished. So we'll get that under there maybe. A little 16 ingot one. Let's check on everyone's charcoal. It's a charcoal check. These guys are ready. Pretty much ready. Okay. What am I doing? Ah, wrong tool. We always make that, yeah, that weld. Making the singles is so much less pressure than making the doubles. Okay. You can see how we'll get through this at a reasonable rate. Because now those ones are ready. And those guys are getting there. Those guys are new, but they will be ready. So, pop those in, pop those in. Come around here, let's go. Easy. Charcoal check. Yeah, look, now these guys are ready. This is kind of what I was hoping for. But let's put those in there now, just while we do these. Oh, it doesn't seem too long anymore. Like, we've actually, like, I know this seems stupid, but we've done 20 out of 120. And that makes me feel like there's not that much further to go. Okay, so, yeah, now that we are out of chunks, and you know, we should just be keeping blooms warm at all times anyways. Let's take a couple more of these. And let's put one there. While we wait for everyone else to go. Yeah, let's do the little friend first. So we should end up with 16 of these. So that'll be that much. Yep, good. Looking good. I guess we should just work as many of them into ingots as we can while they're hot. This makes our life easier later. I'm still gonna cool them down though, just because of the amount of like hassle they cause. I suppose what I should be doing is throwing them into a bag, throwing them into one of my backpacks. Maybe that's actually a better workflow for this. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have called those. Anyway, I could use them just like I'm using any of these now, do you know what I mean? And look, we've got 4 full sets to go here. So that can go in there and can get a little boost. That's already got one. Everyone's got one, that's nice. Got some of those to do. Can grab this. Cool it. I've got 14 there to work with. And then, yeah, bang, bang, bang. 4 in. So, unbelievably easy, baby. Not sure how we've ended up with an odd number of those. I guess with 6 there, that's why. It's almost 6 PM. Yeah, that's fine. 6 PM is like child's play. No, you're good to go. Definitely. I think I first suggested opening a bottle of wine like earlier at like 4 o'clock, but then we didn't get around to it. We were like, oh well, we'll make some dinner. Maybe we'll have somewhere we make dinner. But then we just made dinner, and then we had wine. Oh, blimey, it just knocked my glass over. So I guess while we're waiting for all these now, we could start doing another one of these, but anyway. And then there's what, there's 4 more blooms up here. So if we put that now we've got everything in our inventory. It's all there. I mean, whichever way you look at it, it's incredibly time-consuming stuff. Getting all this done. However you look at it. Those guys are ready. Just put those 2 in for now then. We need to cool down a bit. A beer or 2 in the afternoon, yeah. That barely counts. I'm making it sound like I'm a proper juicer. Well, you know, on occasion. But I think like lockdown and stuff definitely just made everybody I know, myself included, just drink loads more. But I feel like I'm kind of back to a more normal rhythm like this year, like since Christmas, kind of taking my foot off the gas a little bit, and yeah, kind of reversed a lot of those bad like lockdowny habits, you know. I'm wondering if Well, let's just do these 4 anyway. When lockdown first happened, they closed the liquor stores. Wow. Yeah, that's peak. People would have gone absolutely crazy if they'd done that here. I just remember when lockdown first started, it was like, okay, we can't go to the shops. Therefore, we buy everything online and in bulk. So I just started buying like crates of like 48 beers. And then just like drinking all 48 beers in like a week or less. Just being like, whoa, that lasted a lot less time than I thought it was gonna. Because there was nothing else to do, do you know what I mean? Everyone was just like, well, what else do you do? Just like sit on Zoom and crack a bit. It's weird that very first time it asks you to put the thing in, and then never again. Oh, we can actually weld these. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna make 1 sheet. Let's get as many turned into ingots as we can before we get too hot. And then if we come over here, a lot of these are empty, right? So 4. Oops. 2, 4. Yeah, those guys are weldable. I'm just gonna quickly get out of dodge there. I could see I was getting very, very hot. Right, let's put all those in there so they keep their warmth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Also, the stress of just not knowing what the hell was going on with the world. Yeah, that's definitely was also a massive part of it. Okay, so those guys are all happening. They're happening. They're happening. This guy, yeah, should be workable. Again, not sure how we're on an odd number of them. Gonna need an even number eventually. Everything that I've got out is evens. Oh, but is it because there's 3 of those? No, but they're all even numbers. Everything's an even number right now. This makes no sense to me. Anyway, all of these pairs are good to go. We don't have any new pairs. So I think I want new pairs to replace them with first. So we'll take that guy out, we'll put that guy in. And we'll split this guy. Yep, that looks right. Not hot enough. About to burn again. You left your firefighting job. Wow. Timing. I was drowning. I was like, why was I... Didn't know why I was dying. I thought it was like a heat thing. I was just drowning. Pop those in there as well then. That guy can just go in there too. And this guy's well. So okay, hold on. What does sorry, this maybe is a really stupid question. What does EMT stand for? In fact, yeah, I definitely didn't do that quick enough. Okay, that guy's ready to go. Just get him done now, I suppose. Oh, I messed it up. There we go. Emergency medical technician. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think we have that abbreviation here in the UK. Maybe we do. I don't think so. Okay, so we break up just one more of these, then everything's in. Which is kind of nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change these backpacks around so the black one's on our back, which means we can open it without scrolling away from the hammer. I think that's a nice quality of life improvement here. And then yeah, these guys have got some heat to them, so we'll work with these first. So we'll just throw them there, put that guy in, come here, bang bang. Flux. Also, that hammer is pretty much dead. That's quite incredible. I think we should make 2 more hammers. So we'll grab 2 ingots. Okay, 2 of our hottest ingots out. We'll do these 4 while those 2 ingots get up to a nice heat. Two more. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, the ambulance probably is just like separate from firefighting. Okay, they're going to take a while. These guys are good to go. How is that hammer doing? It's doing okay. I think it'll survive until these 2 are ready. I wonder if 2 more hammers will be enough. I think it should be enough. Oh yeah, look. These guys are fine to go now. Hammer. We know how to do this one as well now. We just line it up and then like that. Perfect. 2 hammers. Is that really, that's the last iron bloom? Yeah, amazing. Wow, so the end is actually like, wow, it's a long way off actually, when you think that we've got the 3 in there, we've got the 1 in our inventory, and then we've got all of all of that as well to go. But there are ones that are ready here. We can just keep going round and round. So I'm going to just grab a couple of sticks, and then we shouldn't, I would hope, need to be back. Anywhere else anytime soon. We'll put the hammers in there. We'll keep the one that's definitely we're going to need in a moment on us. And then we'll put these upstairs. Like that, because then when you shift click these, they'll come in downstairs, right? Which is better for us. We throw those in. Come around here and crack on. Oh, those guys are ready. Amazing. Just cool ourselves down a little bit, I think. doesn't have much time left in the world, so we'll just fill up. Welcome Reality, Safe, how you doing? Shout outs. Those ones nowhere near ready. These guys are ready. So throw those in. Yeah, so welcome Reality. You missed the getting our stuff back, but you've joined us at a very sort of positive and happy moment of being back at the base, just metalworking away, not a care in the world, progress being made again, no fears of losing gear, just good old happy metalworking. I think I just got screwed. Yeah, I did. By the lag. There we go. How are you anyway? Shout outs, welcome. Hope you're having a happy whatever day of the week it is. Those guys are getting there. Those guys are brand new. These guys are also getting there. We don't have... Okay, so if we look in here now, yeah, it would just be a case of... There we go. So we might as well throw these into our main inventory now, and we'll just start working through forming all of these. And then you hear bloop. Amazing. Oh look, that's the hammer just went then. Royston Arch installation on the weekend. I don't know if there's typos in there or if I'm just being a moron, but I don't understand. Soz. It's probably just me being an idiot. Or it's gonna be like autocorrect, just doing its amazing work. Ooh, we look like we're about to burn up. Arch is a Linux distributive, okay. Well, I know what Linux is at least. Oh, I'm gonna start drowning. Rising is the process of completely working all GUI for your own aesthetic pleasure. Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds amazing. Fair play. Sounds like a fun and productive weekend. Okay, these guys are good to go. Oops. Ah. These guys are good to go. And now we're just doing normal ingots, so it's super easy. if I can remember what I'm doing. Looks like I'm still quite hot. Go, temperature going down. That's how hot it is to be holding this stuff, is my temperature goes down while I'm standing in front of 3 forges. TFC in general is just so grindy. It's true, it is. Yeah, exactly. The long early game is exactly my vibe. Like, and just the long everything. Like, let's be honest. It's just more satisfaction in just like doing the basic things and having it take that bit longer. I'm making this more grindy than it needs to be. We actually have already done way more than we'd need for one. We're over halfway now because, yeah, we're over halfway. Vanilla's too easy. Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, people who play TFC are like just like, we're suckers for punishment in the best possible way. Yeah, I can see now actually with all the even numbers around why that's 29, because there is 2 here. I think we didn't look in our backpack before at what was missing. We need charcoal check. Charcoal. Those guys at the back there are good to go. Pretty awesome though how close we are now. Well, like, put it this way, yeah, we've done all of the double sheets and now we've done more than half of the single sheets. So I think we're going to get all of this. We just might as well plow through. Like, come on, we're streaming, it's happening live, and I think we're going to get all this done. I think we're just going to do it all. But yeah, I am stupidly making it more grindy by running 2 blast furnaces. And it's been so long since I've used a TFC blast furnace as well. Weird. I must have taken them just a little bit too soon. Well, in a way, that's not bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cool these. And then we have a set of 4 there. Then everything's in 4s. It's actually not the worst thing. We're back to kind of like even numbers now. Need to add some kind of automation in 1.18 with create. Yeah, wow. Masochist mindset, yeah. SevTech, ages. It's like 2 minutes. You know what? Yes, I've well, no. I say yes, but no, I mean no. I've not had a look at it myself. However, you're not the first person to mention it in chat when we're having these kind of discussions about TFC and when we're streaming TFC, and it has been brought to my attention and it's on my radar, but actually I'd forgotten about it, so I'm glad you brought it up, Materialize, because it does, like, it's something that when people described it to me I was like, yeah, I want to do that. That's my vibe. There we go, these are yellow, white. Those 4 can go on. Okay, so I'm going to do this. They won't fill up evenly. I guess they'll go onto those piles there, so it probably doesn't make a difference. But anyway, It's all coming together, people. It is coming together. You can see how much over halfway we are. We need 60 for each. So these two stacked here need to both reach 28. And then we're there. Can work. Those are yellow, white. Those ones are coming off first. But actually, I might just leave them all there. And split another bloom. So we actually need more pieces right now. That's what we really need. Yep, that's all the pieces. Let's go. This is easily the most frantic part. Let's see if I can get 2 welded. Yes, we did. That's sweet. Because now we can easily work those 2. So I think that's about as productive as taking the bloom off the heat can ever get. Is getting two sheets out of it and then just seeing how many more ingots we can create. I think I'm actually going to call it there. We're just going to throw all those into there. In fact, yeah, we're just going to throw all of that stuff into there. Take those 4 out. Pop the orange ones there. Yep, that's right. There they are. I actually think I should try RL Craft. I have actually before. I've had an RL Craft installed before, and it's not like I had anything massively against it, but the novelty kind of wore off super quick with just how unfair it is. Like, I got really excited about runs that started well, which I love. I love that kind of crazy punishing thing. But yeah, it was too far in that direction for my taste, really. I'm afraid to say. So we want to grab some of these out, and then when we take these 4, those 4 can go on. I can see a few other packs being mentioned here in the chat. Play Ad Fabrica Ad Astra. Yeah, so that's one that's also been suggested to me in the past, Zexia. I've had people talk about that one and say I should play that one too. Yeah, and Vintage Story is also something that I've had my eye on for a while. The thing about Vintage Story is if I'm playing a TFC pack, I don't think I really need to play Vintage Story at the same time. They seem to tread a lot of the same territory, which I know I think is deliberate, isn't it? Like, Vintage Story is openly inspired by TFC, so why not? Definitely something I want to play one day. Like, it looks really cool. But for now, the set of dice we rolled for TFC on the channel for the time being was Poetica, and yeah, no looking back. This is awesome. The pack has just got so much like visual stuff, which is, I know I've spoken about this a lot, but it's the main reason we went down this route, was to kind of do something very different from Reloaded. And it does feel very different from Reloaded, in spite of it having the same modpack creator. Shout out to Verph. Pushing into all the good space mods. So is Fabrica Ad Astra actually a TFC pack? Is it built on TFC itself? Because if it is, that's super interesting. Maybe that's what we could do on the multiplayer TFC server that I set up for Patreon and that. Poetica is a perfect balance of RLCraft and vanilla, and it keeps my interest more than anything else. Poetica keeps the Minecraft feel As what I've seen, vintage takes it away. Yeah, interesting observations. I pretty much agree with all of that, I think. Tell you what though, guys, my left little finger from holding shift is killing me. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing where I'm holding shift the whole time. I've got nothing in there. We almost actually need to split open a new bloom, and we're getting down to splitting open the last 3. This is very exciting. Ah! Oh, nice, okay. That's another way of doing it. Oh, it's actually quite nice. Now I can't remember how to actually do it. Oh no. That's why you shouldn't change your method halfway through. Guess we'll just leave that in there. Put those in there, put those in there. Grab that guy. Put him in there. Cool these. Grab a batch of 4. They're nice and hot. Put them in there. Let's go. Ah, I messed up. I'm screwing it up now because I keep trying to do the different way. I think I should just stick to what I know. Now they're not hot enough to work. Serves me right. Hold on. I just need to cool down a second. Yeah, it's built on TS itself. It's meant to be a server pack. Interesting. Verph has dropped some images in 1.18. Oh wow! I haven't even checked that out. I need to check that out. That's incredible. Right. So what we'll do is we'll get these 2 oddities, 2 orange guys done there while we just quickly do these. What? They must have been only just weldable. take those off for a second then. I'm like literally right on the brink. Gotta pick up the kids from school, your day's about to get ruined. I know the feeling, but it's not that bad. It's funny though. I mess up. I mean, even by my standards, this is like excessively epic. Like, this is just huge. Yes, Snack, we are indeed working on the blast furnace, to say the least. Look at how many sheets we've made. We're getting there. We're doing 2 blast furnaces. We're doing like a double blast furnace setup. Is the idea. Okay, these guys are ready. So those 4 can go in. Pretty good, pretty good. Teach them how to crochet. So I've started playing Minecraft with my 5-year-old, and that is so much fun. Like, she absolutely loves it. And she keeps like coming out with the funniest things. Like, she'd come up to me and she'd be like, "Oh, if we play Minecraft tonight, like, can we add like, you know, whatever it is, can I add this and that to my world?" She was like, "Maybe we can dig a hole and then we can put all the pigs into it." I was like, okay. I was like, actually, you know what? That's a pro move, because then you don't have to make fences for your early animal pens. Just dig a hole. It's like, you're onto something with that one. You're not the first person to come up with that. Alright, we're down to splitting the second to last bloom here. Which is a crazy feeling. Might as well make as many of these into ingots as we dare before we get either a full inventory or just before we just get too hot. quite thirsty and quite hot. Should we just jump into here and have a drink while we cool down? No, we didn't find the sand that could make glass. Unfortunately, we're still looking. So that's one of the things we'll hope to get out of moving house, I think. They're ready. I think everyone around here is ready. We could just split this as well, though, just so we just have a backpack full of stuff. Yeah, let's split this one too. Yeah, that looks good. And we'll just use as much of the residual heat as we can. Alright, so guys, this is it. This is the home straight, really, because everything is in there. That's everything we need to do, plus everything we need to do in here. So, let's, I guess, start with the hot ones, right? Let's put 4 of you guys in there. Top up on fuel. Whoops. It's kind of dumb. We're actually shockingly close to the end. I can't quite believe it. Safe, new face in the chat there. Ah! Niquam. Double cooling with the 2 barrels. Yeah, that was satisfying, wasn't it? Okay, we can get a bit more of that going. They're weldable, they're good to go. Those ones aren't even close. Okay. Ah. Ah! I saved it. It's a pretty sweet move, that, isn't it? Shout out to Blind Cube, how you doing? Oh my lord, I've listened to you down for hours. Yeah. How long have we been streaming for? Just over 3 hours. I think we spent the first hour and a bit of the stream getting our stuff back, and a little bit of time on the tree farm. But yeah, we've probably been anviling for 2 solid hours. And a bit of it was processed before we started. Not much, but a bit of it was. But most of it we've done in this one session, one sitting here. Anyway, right, back to it. These are all cool enough now, we just keep them in our main inventory. It's more convenient. We can fill up. Only bright red. They're only bright red. Okay, so we actually do have a little break here we can take to do a charcoal check. That was the perfect amount to bring us up to 32. A very satisfying moment to refill our charcoal. Let's cool down a bit as well then. Okay, those guys are good. These are the last ones. Like, everything that's in there now. There's no, like, other storages with other stuff in. What am I doing? Can't think straight. I'm just too excited. Like, we're actually there. So we've got these 4 here, and then we've got these. Yeah, so it's like there's 6 more sets. Is that even right? Each set is like 1. So it will take us to... Yeah, 12 more, and then that's... Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, we even did the maths right, you guys. We even did the maths right first try. Can you believe it? Okay, these are going to take longer to put in. It actually doesn't make a difference, but I think we'll just do that first. I think I was just working on some confused logic there. I don't think it actually matters which way around we did them. Still got to wait the same amount of time for them to warm. Ah, numbers. Good old-fashioned numbers. These guys can come out. I mean, it really is starting to look like there's a very small amount left to do, isn't there? A very, very small amount. But it seemed like just such a mission ahead of us. You have to record and edit your series in the middle of the night. Yeah, I used to do that an awful lot. Still do, but I try and get it done during the day. Like, because I work from home, so I sort of like, my lunch breaks are usually like Poetica. If that makes sense. I'll like make a quick sandwich for 5 minutes and then spend an hour or an hour and a half editing or something in the middle of the day, and then kind of get back to work again in the afternoon. Or like, you know, sometimes I do those kind of like afternoon, like nap time sort of streams. I get those little windows too. I just burnt out, like, the first time when I first started YouTubing, it was like a lot of that. It was like starting an episode at like 10 p.m. and then finishing it at 3 in the morning, and then it's just like, when that's supposed to be the downtime, it was like I was just getting too tired. Alright, this is it though, guys. This is it. So these are ready to go. So out they come, in those go. And now we have nothing stacked in our inventory anymore. It's just the 3 forges worth. I'm telling you right now, if for some reason I lose all these items, I'm either cheating them back in or the series is over. I'm not, like, it doesn't matter how much it's my fault. If I lost these items, I'm cheating them back in. It's just too much. When you think about how long it took us to mine it all as well. Rowdy. Okay, those guys are nearly done. Yeah, having all 3 forges going definitely sped the process up, and at the cost of some small amount of charcoal. Totally worth it. Totally. Right, those are good to go. And so what we do is we actually turn the forge off as we take them. Oh my god. That is crazy. Oh my god. So if you're just tuning into the stream right now, we've made all of these sheets in one go just now. Some of the iron was made into ingots already. I think we had 16 ingots and 6 blooms were already bloomeried, but we bloomeried all the rest of it, and we've worked all of it into sheets. And that forge is done. Those ones are ready, and those ones are warming. So now we can take these guys, the second to last forge. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, you're literally joining us at the end of a 2 and a bit hour grind. So it's a great time to be alive. A truly magnificent time to be alive. Best time to edit is at night. Your nighttime brainwaves are more creative or intuitive. You can get into the zone better. That's super interesting. I usually find I'm most productive in the morning. Like first thing in the morning is when I'll get the most done, or the most out of something. Right, they're ready, and that's it. Everything is off the forges. Here we go, the last few clips of a 2.5 hour grind. Probably was about 2.5 hours. Last sheet. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so the next stream, exactly. So what we'll do is in the next couple of days, episode 20 will come out. Episode 20 includes the death that had caused this whole kerfuffle. So that's a fun episode. And in episode 20, we we'll, you know, there'll be all that stuff, everything that I've recorded so far, and I'll record a little segment tomorrow to kind of show off all this ironworking we did, and I'll also we'll pack our bags. So then episode 20 will come out, and then we'll do another live stream, maybe at the weekend, or, you know, I've got 2 weeks off work from next week. So yeah, there'll be a lot of content over the next fortnight after this weekend. But yeah, we'll do another stream. And here's the last click. Oh, yes, it's done. A little bit of cooling later. And that is how you make iron. Oh, what am I doing? We did it. So yeah, so the next stream will be finding a new base location. Exactly. We're going to pack our bags at the end of episode 20. We can take this one off now and put the normal purple one back on our backs. That's the one we want on our actual back. The black one should be empty now, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, we did it. We actually just made well, let's do the maths. I've done this calculation already. I think it's 304 ingots. Each of those double sheets is 4 ingots. So there's 64 ingots there. And then there's 120 and 120. Yeah, so 240 plus 64. We just worked 304 iron ingots. So yeah. Fantastic. What a successful stream. Found all our stuff, recovered from that tragic death, got back to base, and made 304 ingots worth of iron sheets, ready to make a double blast furnace, and hit the road. And as we did when we left the first base, we will be taking these 2 bloomery blocks with us from here. The completionist in me really doesn't want to do that, but we will. And maybe some of these other valuable things like the hopper and stuff. So the idea is when people come, if we came back to some of these bases, it would be like there's like remnants that somebody was once here. Probably leave the bed behind. I'm pretty sure we left the bed. Did we leave the bed? Maybe we didn't leave the bed. Yeah, exactly. 3 million hammer strike. I mean, working 304 ingots, so you could probably do a calculation of how many times you have to hit it with the hammer. We got through 2.5 iron hammers, I think. Yeah, there's still a spare one in there, to be fair, which I will move now into our backpack. We could make 2 more and take them with us. It wouldn't be hard with the setup. What it would be hard with is resources. We'd have to go out mining. Just don't know if I can really be bothered. What I think would be maybe cooler. I mean, we'll definitely leave behind the bloomeries. Actually, we can leave. Yeah, let's leave all of this stuff here. But we will take the bloomery doors. And what I think we'll probably do, because we'll need, once we get to making red and blue steel and everything else, we'll need a load more bronze and everything. Yeah, that much copper's not going to see us through to the end game. So we are going to need to get a load more bronze. So there'll be one episode, I think, where what we'll do is we'll run back through. Like, we'll come and visit here and we'll put 2 bloomeries back, and then we'll go and visit the bismuth bio and put a bloomery into that one that we used there to get ourselves our starter iron going. So we will eventually make as many bloomeries, as many bloomery blocks as we need to kind of complete all the bases. But we'd have to spend another episode mining here, I think, to get ourselves up to where we need to be for that. But there's crops here that I think some of those look like they're ready to harvest. But we'll do that as the end of episode 20, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's stream. So, once again, you know what we can actually do. I think, didn't we have them in here? Yeah, and so, oh yeah, so that's something we'll do as well between now and leaving, is make all the fire bricks that we need, I think. But yeah. Don't forget to pick them rather than break them. Yeah. Pickaxe to get them off. Standard. Is there a tech for long distance travel in the endgame? I think literally horses is as good as it gets in Poetica for pretty much everything. It's like horsepower. So yeah, so I think that's that. But we'll see. I don't know, we might unearth some other things. It would be good to look at some long distance travel tech, because we want to go somewhere, don't we? Somewhere quite far away. Anyway, if you've enjoyed, then do leave a like if you haven't already, and if you're new, subscribe. Be excellent to one another, and have a great rest of your evening or day or morning or whatever time it is you're watching this. There's always the Patreon down there if you want to get really, really frisky with your support. Otherwise, yeah, see you soon. Episode 20 will be out in the next day or two. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks very much. Shout outs to everybody, particularly Verph, for creating this this whole fiasco in the first place. Big ups next, Steak Sauce, Titian, everybody else. And I'll see you soon. Peace.